Did you know that one of the world's most luxurious and powerful airlines began with just 3 flights to India? On a radiant morning in October 1985, a quiet aircraft took off from Dubai, carrying UAE royal family members to Karachi, marking the birth of Emirates. At the time, no one could have imagined that behind this humble beginning lay the bold ambition of a small desert emirate determined to redefine global standards of luxury in aviation. So how did Emirates rise from a Gulf newcomer to a symbol of sky-high elegance? Join us today as we uncover the story of Emirates from Dubai's scorching sands to the pinnacle of global aviation. Don't forget to like, share, comment your thoughts, and subscribe so you won't miss the next adventure. Buckle up, this magical flight has just begun. In 1985, when Gulf Air began reducing its service to Dubai, the Emirates government made a strategic decision that would reshape regional aviation to establish its own airline. With just $10 million in seed funding from the Dubai royal family, Emirates was founded in March that year, guided by one core principle: operate independently, without relying on government subsidies. Veteran British aviation executive Maurice Flanagan was tasked with building the airline in just 5 months. The mandate was clear: the airline had to be professional, high quality, and profitable from day one. Flanagan became the first managing director, working alongside 26-year-old Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, the airline's founding chairman. Emirates began with modest resources. Pakistan International Airlines provided staff training and leased the airline's first 2 aircraft, a Boeing 737 and an Airbus A300. On October 25, 1985, Flight EK600 from Dubai to Karachi marked Emirates' official debut. That same day, the airline launched 2 more routes to Mumbai and New Delhi, quickly connecting Dubai with the Indian subcontinent. In its first year, Emirates carried 260,000 passengers, an impressive figure that led Gulf Air to suffer a 56% drop in profits and report losses the following year. This strong debut validated Dubai's strategic vision to build a flexible, commercially driven airline that could leverage its geographic position and open skies policy, laying the foundation for a global aviation empire. As the 1990s began, Emirates started expanding far beyond its regional footprint. From initial routes in the Middle East and South Asia, the airline quickly moved into Asia and Europe. In 1989, Emirates launched flights to Bangkok, Manila, and Singapore. By 1991, it was flying to Hong Kong and had secured rights to operate at London Heathrow. By 1993, the airline was generating nearly $500 million in revenue and serving 1.6 million passengers annually. Emirates' strategy became increasingly clear: capitalize on Dubai's location as a global transit hub. Dubai International Airport was positioned as a key connector between East and West, especially appealing to passengers transiting from Asia to Europe and North America. Journeys from South Asia to the US, which traditionally routed through London or Frankfurt, could now conveniently pass through Dubai. As a result, Dubai evolved from a mid-sized airport into a dynamic international hub, mirroring Emirates' rise. Simultaneously, Emirates invested heavily in a modern fleet. In 1992, it added Airbus A310s and A300 600s. By 1996, it welcomed its first Boeing 777-200, a wide-body aircraft with long-range capability and high operational efficiency, strengthening the airline's global competitiveness. Even during the 1990 to 1991 Gulf War, when many airlines suspended service due to security concerns, Emirates continued flying, demonstrating resilience and a sharp eye for opportunity when the market tightened. Thanks to a clear vision and agile operations, Emirates averaged 30% annual growth throughout its first decade, steadily building its identity as a youthful, ambitious international airline with long-term strategic goals. As the 2000s began, Emirates made a decisive transformation from a regional carrier into a bold global powerhouse. In 2000, the airline stunned the aviation world by announcing a massive aircraft order, including Boeing 777-300s, Airbus A330s, A340-500s, and notably 22 Airbus A380s at that time still in the design phase. This strategic move clearly reflected Emirates' ambition to position itself as a leading intercontinental airline. That same year, the airline launched its frequent flyer program, Skywards, in preparation for a surge in international passenger growth. Emirates also laid the groundwork for long-haul routes to the US, Australia, and South America, distant but promising markets. However, 2001 brought the airline's first major challenge with the 9/11 terrorist attacks in the United States. The global aviation industry plunged into crisis. Travel demand collapsed, insurance costs soared, and flights were severely disrupted. Emirates was hit hard. It had to cut frequencies and pause hiring. Yet it notably avoided layoffs, signaling its long-term commitment to its workforce. While many airlines withdrew from the Middle East, Emirates maintained operations, gaining market share and proving its exceptional adaptability amid crisis. After weathering the storm, Emirates rapidly regained momentum. At the 2003 Paris Air Show, the airline placed a record-breaking $19 billion order for 71 new aircraft, including 21 Airbus A380-800s and 26 Boeing 777-300ERs, gearing up for explosive growth. In 2004, it launched a non-stop Dubai-New York route using the Airbus A340-500, marking the first time a Middle Eastern airline flew directly to the US. This wasn't just a new route, it was a strategic breakthrough that ushered in Emirates' era of global connectivity. That same year, Emirates made a major branding move by signing a £100 million sponsorship deal with Arsenal Football Club, gaining naming rights to the Emirates Stadium, a powerful global symbol of the airline's rising influence. At the heart of Emirates' globalization strategy was the Airbus A380, the world's largest commercial aircraft. Emirates became the launch customer and the largest buyer of the type, viewing it as a game-changer for high-traffic long-haul routes like London Heathrow. With a capacity of 500 to over 600 passengers, the A380 allowed the airline to maximize efficiency during restricted airport slots. Despite delays in the A380 program, Emirates held firm on its order and pressured Airbus to speed up deliveries. In August 2008, the airline operated its first commercial, a 380 flight from Dubai to New York, featuring first-class suites, onboard shower spas and sky lounges. Emirates A380s redefined luxury, scale, and service in air travel. By 2017, Emirates had taken delivery of its 100th A380, cementing its position as the world's largest A380 operator. In parallel with fleet expansion, Emirates aggressively extended its global network. In 2007, it pioneered the first direct route from Dubai to Sao Paulo, becoming the first airline to connect the Middle East with South America. Emirates also expanded rapidly across Africa, Oceania, and dynamic Asian markets. At the 2007 Dubai Air Show, it made another headline-grabbing order worth $34.9 billion, including 120 Airbus A350s, 11 additional A380s, and 12 more Boeing 777-300ERs. To support this growing scale of operations, Dubai International Airport opened Terminal 3-inch 2008, exclusively designed for Emirates, with an initial capacity of 43 million passengers annually. This state-of-the-art facility was a clear testament to Emirates' central role in global aviation. Toward the end of the decade, the 2008 global financial crisis pushed many major airlines into the red. While Emirates was also impacted, it remained profitable, posting $268 million in earnings, down sharply from the record $1.45 billion the previous year. But still an impressive result, given the industry-wide downturn. This success further reinforced Emirates' reputation as a resilient, well-capitalized airline with effective crisis strategies. The 2000s closed with a clear message. Emirates was no longer an upstart. It had become one of the world's leading airlines, boasting a vast fleet, an expansive global network, and the operational strength to compete in any market. From the very beginning, Emirates charted its own course, building a premium, independent, and agile airline rather than joining global alliances or pursuing low-cost models. The company remains steadfast in its Fly Emirates, Fly Better philosophy, focused on delivering a luxurious travel experience to attract the global middle and upper classes. On long-haul flights, Emirates consistently elevated its service with features that surpassed industry norms. These included private suites in first class, the award-winning ICE entertainment system with thousands of content options, onboard shower spas, and sky bars on the A380. All of these combined to create what many consider the world's top flying experience. Its consistency in service, along with a refusal to launch budget brands or lower-tier fare classes, helped Emirates maintain a distinct, undiluted five-star image. A pivotal decision was to remain outside of the three major global airline alliances. While most major carriers joined Star Alliance, Oneworld, or SkyTeam in the early 2000s, Emirates chose to go its own way. The airline believed that alliance membership would limit its flexibility in network planning and partnership selection. Instead, Emirates pursued selective code-sharing agreements with independent airlines like Qantas and JetBlue, expanding its reach while retaining full control. This strategy of full independence, maximum quality, propelled Emirates into the ranks of the world's most respected airline brands. Frequently honored by international awards, Emirates also boasts a fiercely loyal customer base despite intense competition. The airline consistently rebuffed accusations from Western rivals about subsidies or favoritism. Instead, it insisted that its success stemmed from smart strategy, strong management, and outstanding execution. In fact, Emirates directly challenged routes dominated by airline alliances such as the traditional UK-Australia corridor. With superior service and competitive pricing, it gradually broke the monopoly and redefined the intercontinental travel experience. Its spirit of bold differentiation, refusal to follow the crowd, and unwavering premium positioning became the foundation of Emirates' global stature, an airline that doesn't just serve the market, but shapes its future. On its journey to global prominence, Emirates has faced numerous historic upheavals. From the 2008 global financial crisis to the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, each disruption posed a tough test of the airline's resilience, management strength, and foundational stability. During the 2008 to 2009 financial crisis, as global demand for air travel plummeted, fuel prices fluctuated wildly, and many airlines suffered heavy losses or went bankrupt. Emirates remained profitable. Although its net profit dropped by 80% to $268 million, it avoided falling into the red, an impressive feat in a burning industry. This success was credited to Emirates' agile management, a diversified hub and spoke network, and strong financial fundamentals. Once the economy recovered, Emirates quickly regained growth momentum. However, the most existential challenge came in 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic brought global aviation to a near standstill. Emirates was forced to suspend most of its operations for several months, the first time in its history that nearly the entire fleet was grounded. The 2020 to 2021 fiscal year marked a historic loss of $5.5 billion, with revenues down by 66%, seat load factor falling to just 44%, and passenger volumes plunging to a 20-year low. Nearly 30% of staff were laid off, and the entire A380 fleet was temporarily retired, with some aircraft permanently removed from service. During this turbulent period, Emirates' strategic national importance became evident. The Dubai government injected $3.1 billion in equity support to keep the airline operational, while Emirates implemented aggressive cost-saving measures. This combination of ownership backing and financial discipline enabled the airline to stay afloat amid a global storm. By late 2021, as vaccine rollouts and eased travel restrictions led to a market recovery, Emirates swiftly reactivated its network, brought back the A380 fleet, and relaunched core routes. The first half of the 2022 to 2023 fiscal year saw a stunning turnaround. Emirates returned to profitability with $1.1 billion in net income, and just 1 year later, posted a record profit of $4 to $5 billion, the highest in its history. The COVID-19 crisis was not only the airline's greatest challenge, it also proved Emirates' unmatched resilience and strategic discipline. The airline didn't merely survive, it emerged stronger, reinforcing its position as a pillar of global aviation in the post-pandemic world. After 4 decades of development, Emirates has become one of the most influential international airlines in the world. It operates a wide-body fleet of nearly 250 aircraft, including more than 110 Airbus A380s and 130 Boeing 777s, holding the global record for the largest number of both aircraft types in active service. Its network spans over 150 cities in 80 countries across 6 continents. Every week, Emirates operates more than 3,600 flights from its Dubai hub, carrying tens of millions of international passengers and hundreds of thousands of tons of cargo annually. In terms of scale and global reach, Emirates consistently ranks among the world's largest international airlines. Despite its impressive achievements, Emirates remains far from complacent. On the contrary, it is actively preparing for its next phase of long-term growth. On the fleet front, the airline continues to invest heavily in next-generation aircraft to maintain a competitive edge. At the 2013 Dubai Air Show, it announced a historic order worth around $166 billion, including 150 Boeing 777Xs and 50 Airbus A380s, marking the largest commercial aircraft order ever placed. In parallel, Emirates also committed to acquiring other modern wide-body aircraft, such as the Boeing 787 Dreamliner and Airbus A350, which will gradually replace older aircraft over the coming decade to boost efficiency and enable longer intercontinental routes. Most recently, at the 2023 Dubai Air Show, Emirates and Fly Dubai made headlines again with a joint order for 90 Boeing aircraft worth nearly $50 billion, further reinforcing their shared commitment to fleet modernization. On the infrastructure front, Emirates is strategically betting on relocating its entire operations hub to the new Al Maktoum International Airport, also known as Dubai World Central. Once complete, it will become the largest airport in the world, with a projected annual capacity of 250 million passengers. Emirates has outlined a phased transition plan from the current Dubai International Airport to Al Maktoum after 2020. The goal is for all major operations to shift to the new hub by 2034, opening massive room for growth and resolving constraints like slot and curfew limits at the current airport. According to Emirates Chairman and CEO Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, this transition is a necessary stepping stone to launch a new era of expansion for both Emirates and Dubai on the global aviation map. Emirates remains committed to the core strategy that has driven its success, leveraging Dubai's geographic advantage to connect the world, investing in the world's most modern fleet, and delivering consistently superior service to retain a loyal customer base. The airline continues to stay outside of major global alliances, preserving its flexibility and autonomy in building strategic partnerships such as its long-standing codeshare with Qantas in Australia and more recent collaborations with select airlines in Asia and Africa. At the same time, Emirates is taking steps towards sustainable aviation by piloting biofuels, improving fuel efficiency, and reducing emissions to meet tightening global environmental standards. After COVID-19, Emirates not only recovered but posted record profits in the 2023 to 2024 fiscal year, emerging as one of the most financially successful airlines globally. This achievement confirms that its independent operating model, consistent service, and long-term investment approach continue to deliver outstanding results. From a humble start with just 2 leased aircraft in 1985, Emirates has built a global aviation empire, a symbol of Dubai's ambition, capability, and vision. Emirates will not just remain part of the global aviation landscape, it will continue to be a force shaping the industry's future. As Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed once said on that inaugural flight, "The day will come when the world will speak of Emirates. That day has come and it's here to stay."